What's up? We got a new drawing video. A lot of updates, a lot of stuff to talk about. I would like to begin with Godzilla. I watched Godzilla. I didn't really think it was that good, to be honest. My dad really liked it. I just thought, maybe I think it's just my taste has been kind of like, ruined, I guess, by watching I don't know. I don't really have a lot of time to watch movies, so when I do, I try to watch the best ones or ones that have like really good writing. So I don't know. One part I didn't like about it was kind of not how quick, but they did stuff too quick and they put too much stuff that didn't need to be in the movie. An example of that was the girl from Stranger Things. She was in the first movie. And I guess oh yeah, maybe they wanted to like tie in the old movie to the new movie, or the recent one to the newest one. But I don't know. I just felt like, especially, spoilers, like I'm pretty sure you can literally watch it online by now. Like I watched it on HBO, but I think it was also in theaters. And yeah, like I'm pretty sure like they have it on HD on like whatever website you watch your movies on. So yeah, but basically Mecha Godzilla. Well, actually no, Mecha King Ghidorah was like taking control of Mecha Godzilla, right? Like they're trying to shut it down, like something in Hong Kong and like some city, and yeah, they spilled coffee on it. Like there was like a little glitch, and then Kong took advantage and fucked them up. That was kind of dumb. Like, what is that shit, bro? But I did like the fight between Godzilla and Kong. As I said, I did predict Godzilla was gonna win, and he did win. Anyone who said it was a draw, like, didn't watch the movies. To be honest, dude, like, Godzilla pretty much killed Kong, dude. Kong was about to die. He got destroyed by Godzilla, right? And if it wasn't for his little axe, like, he pretty much couldn't have done shit to Godzilla. But anyways, he yeah, he got murked by Godzilla, and Godzilla's instead of killing him, Godzilla could have literally, breathed fire down his throat like he did to the other monster in the first movie and killed him, but he was like, nah, bro, just like stay down. And this hand's kind of weird. Whoa, what the hell? Alright, we can fix it like this. Yeah, so Godzilla was like, alright, bro, like, I win, and Kong was like, okay, fine. So Kong was literally about to die, and they had like some high-tech thing, some little, flying vehicle. That was kind of goofy, I thought, especially like when they went to like that underworld. But anyways, that wasn't goofy. That's pretty much the only option they can take there. It's fine. But yeah, basically they restart his heart and Kong's back to normal. I don't know about back to normal, but he's definitely up and running again. So he takes his little axe, and Godzilla gets murked. He's getting destroyed by Mecha Godzilla, because they got like some energy from like the underworld where Kong was, and basically the energy was like too strong, so it fried the pilot of Mechagodzilla, and basically they were using like King Ghidorah's DNA to use. They're using his DNA to like power up the mecha, so they didn't need more power because they'd always like shut down and stuff, and they tested it on like whatever. So yeah, basically he took control, and then Kong and Godzilla teamed up on him and killed him. That's it. Before, like, prior to the movie, like there were some scenes of Godzilla fighting Kong underwater, which, as I said, like, there's no way Godzilla could ever lose to Kong. Like, it's lore that he's strongest underwater, which He did. They had to shut down all the engines on the ships to survive not getting marked by him. Uh, so yeah, they took Kong to Antarctica. Took him to the underworld. He did fight like some serpent creatures, but he destroyed them. I think maybe it would have been cool if he would have fought like a bigger creature down there. Because Kong, like, he didn't really win. You know, he didn't really have any victories. Um, which it was expected. Godzilla's a fucking absolute unit. So I'm pretty sure nobody was like, "Oh, Kong's gonna win. Kong's gonna win." And if they were, like, they would have to be mega Kong Kong fanboys. But not to hate on Kong though. Kong is cool, and I did like that. Although it was CGI, like, they had to do CGI. Like the old OG Godzilla movies, like that age is done, unfortunately. But yeah, I think they did a good job showing emotion to the monsters like Godzilla, Kong. Uh, they did have this little girl that I guess would communicate with Kong, which she kind of had to be in the movie, because how else would they show the viewer like, oh, this is what Kong feels, like the guy doesn't speak, he's like a monkey, right? So they have a little girl that can communicate with him. Oh, he's feeling this, right? And yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's good, I guess. Um, in other news, a lot has happened actually. I got my wisdom teeth taken out. Basically, I was gonna record a video before, like, not before, yeah, way sooner, and post it, but I ended up not liking the drawing, so I stopped recording. But yeah, it's again, wisdom tooth removed. I went for like a little checkup, like, yeah, you're all good. It's gonna start closing soon, so they gave me like some little syringe to take like food out of the holes of my mouth. So that's pretty chill. And dude, yeah, the process went super smooth. Like, I thought it was gonna be like some shit show of like, oh, this is gonna feel like this. Not that, like some shit show in terms of like my gums are gonna be like huge and inflated, and that's gonna, it'd suck, but it wasn't that case. My things were out, like my teeth weren't impacted, so they just took them out, no problem. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. So now I'm all good. Last night I started jiu-jitsu again, which was fun as fuck, even though I'm super sore right now because my body hasn't like done stuff like that in so long. But I rolled 4 times, I think, for 5 minutes or 6 minutes. I think it was 5 minutes. And yeah, I got to see like some friends from there. That was cool. So I'm gonna be consistent with that again. I think the plan, what I'm thinking now is to train, like, well, before I talk about that, like, I've been taking, this is my 3rd day on this routine, not going on my phone. Like, I'm using it now, but I don't have anything downloaded. No Instagram, no apps, nothing. And yeah, it's just crazy how much time you have in a day without that stuff. Like, you just waste so much time on that. But yeah, I just been feeling good as fuck, to be honest. I cooked 3 times a day yesterday. I think the day before too. I don't know what I cooked the day before, but yeah, I just cooked today. Usually I have like little things that I cook, for breakfast. Like, it's usually been corn hash, which, to be honest, I'm getting kind of tired of it. I don't really like it that much, to be honest, but we just had a lot of it. But corn hash and with an egg, so, like, that's one little sandwich and a sandwich bread, and then spam, same thing, spam. And then for dinner, last night I cooked up this is just how it needs to be bigger. I cooked up a feast last night, dude. I cooked 2 salmons pretty much, but I kind of chopped, like, I cut them into like little cube things, so like they kind of cook faster. And also, like, I don't really like you know, I don't know. I don't really like the pink thing on the pink meat, like like if it's a bigger cut, like there's more like meat that was cooked inside, like I'm kind of fond of like the seared like taste, like I like the seared taste. So I cooked them up into a bunch of things, right? My dad had already made stuffing, so I heated up the stuffing and then I cooked 2 fried eggs on the salmon oil or whatever. Uh, so yeah, that was pretty good. I ate it all, except for the 2 eggs. Like I ate the whole egg and I ate the yolk, but it's under the yolk. There's like when the yolk gets hard or when the yolk gets like cooked, I don't really like that, so I didn't eat that. Um, I don't know why I'm saying so many details, but yeah, basically felt good as fuck. Like I didn't even feel hungry in the morning, which that's usually the case. And I drank a bunch of water. Um, so yeah, this morning I cooked. I didn't work out because usually, maybe not work out. Like I usually go on the bike, like a little like stationary bike, for like 5 minutes or something, or like stretch, right? But I mean, this has only been going on for 2 days. But yeah, once I get sore, I'll go back to doing that. Once I get unsore. But yeah, so school is starting in a couple months, 2 or 1. Yeah, I think 2 months. So yeah, I have to do like some portfolio review, like to be able to take the art classes. It shouldn't be a problem. I'm pretty sure like you just need to know like how to hold a pencil to pass. So I'll probably just show like it says that they need like 3 to 8 observational drawings and 5 to 8 observational, 3 to 5 observational paintings, which I already have that stuff. Like I just show like my sketchbook stuff and my watercolor sketchbook stuff. And I have stuff now to show, but I'll probably replace it with the stuff I do like now, tomorrow, the next day. Like it's on the 19th, today's the 6th, so I have plenty of time. Yeah, I was about to show like some drawings I did yesterday, but I'm just gonna save them for the sketchbook tour. I'm over halfway done with this one, so should be done in the next couple months. So yeah, and also one thing I did was I was having a lot. Excuse me. Having a lot of trouble like getting print drawings done, right? Like I was trying to draw a moth or print or this or that, and I'd always try to draw on the computer, like it wouldn't turn out right, or this or that. So I decided to take a break from that. I didn't turn on my computer, but I turned it on yesterday to like apply for something like that for school, some school thing, right? But I didn't go on anything. I didn't open up Ace, right? And I didn't work on the comic either, right? But I had to think a lot about the comic for some reason, and I've been having really crazy dreams, like not crazy, but they're kind of crazy, but very vivid. Like I knew like what was going on and stuff. So yeah, been having a bunch of time, and yeah, today I'm gonna get back. I've taken my 2-day hiatus from from the not doing any print designs or any. I want to do a digital. I have a really awesome sketch. I don't know if I'm gonna do a thumbnail. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a digital print or a regular. Or a regular printmaking piece, but we'll see. It's kind of big for a printmaking piece. Like not big, but like details and stuff that might not be translated the way I would like. And yeah, excited to do that. Yeah, I had like there were like a couple of pages. This is one of the reasons why I did it actually. Like 3 pages where my drawings just sucked ass, dude. You guys will see it in the sketchbook tour, but they were not good. Like everything was coming out kind of crummy. Not crummy, but the proportions were off. Like the proportions are still off here, but they're a little better. And then I went back to my other drawings. I'm like, well, my drawings aren't really that good, but the reason why I like them so much is like the progress, you know, like especially this sketchbook for some reason. Like you go back to the first page, even like the 10th page, and you be like, damn, like I really drew like that. Like this horizon's huge. That's so freaking crazy bad. Like what the hell? But I mean, maybe hopefully I'll look back and see these pages and think the same. Imagine how I'm gonna be drawing then, you know? Like, your nose is too long. I've been having some trouble with like nose length. They always make them way too long. Kind of looks like Squidward. Oh fuck yeah! I made it too long. But and also been experimenting. I've been doing this. I did this for 2 pages, like just a little line to signify the under eyelash. But maybe if I do that, I should also follow it up with a thick line on here. Maybe one of these. There you go. And just for the whatever of it. Okay, now kind of committed a little bit, so we're gonna do some shading. Oh shit, yeah. Damn, she looks like she has a really heavy eyeliner. Uh-oh. Yeah, this doing dark lines like this is a slippery slope because once you do it, in one spot, then the other spot looks like unbalanced, so gotta balance it out. Yeah, that looks kind of crazy. Crazy dark. So, damn, this drawing's taking forever. It's about to be 20 minutes. Maybe we can do some surgery right here. Some emergency surgery and make her nose not that long. That's starting to be fixed. There we go. So yeah, I've been waking up kind of early. I've been going to sleep early, around 12, or the day before yesterday was like 11:40 or something like that. Yeah, I don't know if how do I forget this so quickly? Like, I don't know if recently said this in this video, but yeah, I'm taking a little break off social media. I posted like, oh, just I want to update everyone. Gonna be taking a little break. I'm still gonna be posting, stuff here and there, or stuff about Prince and whatever. But I'm gonna be taking a little break. So now we're gonna bring in our pen, our shading pen, I guess you can say, which is way more worn out. Now the question is, do we commit and just go the full thing, because it's a lot of shading, unless we can. Actually, kind of looks like it. Yeah, we have to commit, dude. We got no choice. Now, what have I done? I might just do one figure drawing. She looks kind of weird, to be honest. Like, her face is enormous compared to everything else. And this stuff should be like way bigger than her face, because like her feet are literally in your face, like not in your face, but they're foreshortening, you feel me? Maybe I can title the video like wacky figure drawing or some shit like that. Disproportioned, deformed figure. No, she's not. Well, I guess she is deformed. Her feet would be so small. Like, her legs are like absolutely tiny. But we'll find a way to make it look cool. At least the shading looks cool. Yeah, I've been doing some shading, and yeah, I've been experimenting, right? I've made a discovery. Maybe not a discovery, but to me it is. Texture, right, is necessary to make the smooth shading look cool. Like, check it out. Right? Here's a little sneak peek. Right. Also, here's another one, but it's for later. She looks cool, I guess, but you need texture. Like, I don't know if you can see that on camera. Like, this needs way more texture. Like, this is a good background, right? But texture needs to be added to make it look interesting and like make it look more defined, more dark spots, right? So yeah, big little learning experience there, I guess. So now we're trying to apply what we learned in this drawing, or in the other drawing on this drawing. So right now, I mean, this is how I've experienced stuff. Usually I go from like a phase where there's like a lot of detail work, right? Detail work, and then there's like a simplifying phase where, you take like the detail stuff and then just take away the stuff like that you don't really need, So yeah, simplifying is good, I think. Simplifying is good. Also, like shading. Yeah. That the face I just showed you like took so long. I think I was actually considering like practicing with charcoal again, even though I don't really like charcoal because it's so freaking messy. But like it's like a quick way to shade and stuff, so you can like understand the planes of the face and that kind of stuff. Now, if we shade her face and leave it the most detailed, which I might do like some little texture things over here. Right. I mean, not always texture. Maybe also like black spots could be it, because this drawing it had black here, but not enough black everywhere. This could be way black. This could be way more black, right? So, I think we should leave the face alone for now. Let's do a little quick thing like this. Now we could always go back to the other pen, right? And do some of this stuff. Take the darkest spots, start to shade them in, or fill them in. I mean, these are maybe not filling, but just defining the lines with like a bit of a thicker line. And this could be done with a regular size marker. This stuff though. Actually finish this from drawing down here that see if this is the right pen. Yes, I'm drawing down here that she's like on a pillow or something. So she's like on a pillow, right? So let's just put a little shadow down there. There you go. This goes like this. Probably should have left a little, thing there to show that that's the separation between the pillow and her body down here. So today will probably only be a one pager because, well, this video will probably only be this figure, and you'll probably know by the thumbnail. Because there's not really a big, area for other. I mean, I guess I can draw faces, but no poses, And yeah, I don't want to make the video that long. Usually they've been around an hour, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, right? I just think that's a bit long, but it's also a drawing, it's not like a gaming video or something. Like also, I think, I don't really think anybody watches these videos the whole way. I mean, if you do, like, that's awesome. But maybe it's like a background thing if you like that. Down to your suggestions though, like what kind of videos is everyone into? If you're listening, or if you're still watching at this point, and you'd like to see me do a watercolor, please, comment, let me know, I'd be down. Or I might do it anyway, to be honest. Yesterday actually did a lot of watercolor, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday. I did a lot of, or I did one watercolor, like this little Sofubi vinyl I got. And yeah, it came out pretty cool. I haven't done watercolor in a bit though, so. But yeah, here's one thing I did with the other pose. The one all the way over here. I shaded her whole body in gray, which is exactly what I'm gonna do right now. To like, make her a different color than the background. And I think that worked good for me. Like, no, obviously not too dark because you still want to have lights in the figure, right? Like, it's a skin color. Like, there's no white, white area. There's no white area like that people are, or that's on her body, right? So it's okay to like give everything like a light tone. Like if this was like a charcoal drawing, like it would be a fine charcoal, like, spread it with your hand type thing, like, or whatever you use, you get me? Obviously, not gonna include this because it's part of the thing, but it's not white, it's like really dark, so we can just go right over that. Have tape down there to like make the page more visible. Like there's no like dip down here. Yeah, I've been doing some shading on the eyeballs, like the eyeballs, exactly that. So now, one thing I've been, thinking about how to, execute it well is, like, for example, right now, like her foot, her heel, the balls of her feet, and her toes are more red than this part and these parts, So I'm thinking, well, how do I show that, right, without being like, oh, it's shading? It's all black and white, which I guess it doesn't really matter. If you were to, maybe I should just edit the pictures to be black and white, to see how it is. But maybe you can do like a lighter shading up here. Like she pretty much has dirt on her foot. I don't know if that's dirt or like her foot's like a little dirty, right? All right, now The picture's fine. The picture's fine. Like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. So, you know, how would you be like, oh, wait a minute, it's like a weird shading spot. Like, why is there, dark area there? But it's actually just like the color is different, right? But I think for now, like, if we make the toes the value a little darker, and make the shading value a little darker, then I don't think that should be too much of a problem, right? Right here, it's really dark. Also, sometimes like you don't really see it too much in the pictures and in your references until like you really, focus in on it or try to look for it. Like this right here, the whole thing will be black, right? But that doesn't really make sense because like you also have to think of what's around her and what's like the lighting, not formula. I don't like saying formula. Like there's obviously ambient light around, like reflected light, right? So if something's all black, like, and she's standing on a white background, then maybe there might be some light, like coming. See if I can find an example. Yeah, like right here. Right? We're gonna shade this dark, and then it goes to light, and then it goes to really dark. Right, but I don't know if I did a good job shading that, but yeah, there's like light coming from here, maybe from a window, right? Actually, around this whole area, there's light coming here. So let's say this is very dark. I would leave a little bit of light, or make this the edge a lighter value to show that there's like reflective light, and like that will make the drawing look more realistic because like light source is like one of the things that makes stuff look realistic, or one of the things that makes stuff look the most realistic, right? Like, have you ever seen like those black and white comics, right? When there's like a light source that, oh damn, like that looks real because like the light source is like accurate, right? Like you don't have like shadows here, here. Like no. Like they're all coming from one area, and like in real life, you're like, hey, wait a minute, like that's how it is, in this time of the day or any time of the day. Like whenever you go outside, like you see a shadow, and like that's how it is, So it's realistic, even though it's just black and white. Like it's only black, white, and gray, and there isn't even gray. Like it's just a mix between black and white. So with like a very limited palette of colors, which is literally only two, and they're not even colors. Like there you go. Like you got something realistic. Like you know where to put the colors in, or not the colors. You know where to put the shadows in and stuff. Like one thing I didn't understand was the two-way lighting thing. Like here's an example of it. So right here, there's no reflective light because her arm is reflected by this. So I guess it's not a lot, but there's dark coming from here. Well, there's reflective light coming here, but it's so small. Like there's dark here and dark here, right? So right here you have light. It's not like the dark is it's not like it's a dark light that's just like darkening stuff instead of lightening it, right? It's that there's light in the air. Like, there's light being focused on this, but there's not that much, not as much light being focused on the side. So there's a lot of light coming here, not as much here, right? So it's very subtle, but you see, a lighter thing in the middle of the arm, which gives it like the 3D look that you'd see in like real life, I guess. Yeah, also, I've been seeing veins. Like, she has a little vein here. I don't really know. We've been seeing how I could, translate that. Obviously, if I, do a little, maybe make it a little darker here, a little darker here, like that might be confused with, oh, it's just like a little stutter in the pen, because in the markers, you see like little blemishes like that all around. So, yeah, I think the vein stuff is more for like super detail stuff, but I think it'd be cool to find a way to I made that a wee bit too dark. It'd be cool to find a way to make like a little subtle thing that's like, oh, it's a vein or whatever, you know? Same thing with the reflective light, or same thing with the middle being lit up a lot, the sides not being lit up as much right here. That looks a little weird. I think I have to have this side be shaded more. Their arm is actually a little more, really thick actually. It's the best we can do. I'm actually gonna try to do like a little thing, a little texture thing at the end of the video, so we can kind of just sit on that and try to make it better when that time comes, like when the texture part comes. I'm not too sure about her fingers. We could just do some of this action, right? And then boom. It's fine. It would be pretty awesome to like master the feet shading, but I haven't really shaded that many feet. Which I should. Been really fascinated with drawing feet recently because, like, you know, they're kind of like hands, but hands are like, I don't know. To be honest, I think hands are a little easier to like draw like this, but like to make them accurate, you need like more. You need to be better, I guess, to make them accurate. You need more practice to make them accurate. Like they're kind of whatever here. Like they're fine. Like they, you know their hands. Like you see the fingers. But feet, I think, is like a little easier to make them accurate because, like, yeah, toes, they're there, but yeah, they move, but they don't have as much articulation and like, you know, possibilities of like being moved around than fingers do, right? So yeah, plus like, and I always saw Kim Jong-gi draw toes, and like he draws these like ballpoint pen drawings way smaller than this, and he draws the toes, or not toes, the toenails, right, super accurately, and like, I always saw like you have to be kind of good to draw toenails because not only do you have to draw the feet accurately, because who cares if you like, first of all, if you don't draw the feet good, like how can you even draw toenails? I can even draw the toenails, right? So you have to be able to draw feet accurately, and you have to be able to draw the toenails in a way that it like complements the curvature of the toe, right? So you gotta know kind of like have a somewhat of like a 3D understanding. I mean, yeah, I guess you can always copy it, right? But your foot isn't gonna come out exactly like the reference all the time unless like you're doing a super academic drawing. It's gonna take you like freaking weeks. No, not weeks, But yeah, you got me. So yeah. She kind of has. I'll show you this area first. This area is kind of colored differently, so we can just go like that. That kind of gets the job done. This part's really dark, and it slowly goes to light, or it rather quickly goes to light. And then boom, there you go. We're done. Have some shading and try to go with the curvature of the, or with your thigh. And like the more you draw, like it's just gonna be easier and easier, like to know, like, oh yeah, well this goes like this or this goes like this. Obviously, you want to keep looking at your reference, because what better, example or what better thing to remember or look at than what you have in front of you, than like what you're actually drawing, right? Like, yeah, the picture is always going to be better than your memory, as far as I know, right? Maybe when you get to a certain level, like you get some kind of crazy ability, right? But I wouldn't know, at least right now. Made that a little too dark, but it's all good. We can kind of darken up everything, and we're in a spot where this is a little messy. We're in a spot where it already kind of needed to be darkened, so. Dude, I remember when I was in my 2-year community college, like I would take art classes and they'd be like, oh, so what's your theme? Like, it's so cringe, dude. I really hope that in the new school that I'm going to in the summer that they don't tell me that shit. Like, I don't have a theme, dude. I like fucking Star Wars and comics and shit, like making my own comics, but I'm not gonna make artwork, about the comics and stuff. Like, I'm gonna fucking make the comic or whatever. Like, I don't know, they always are like, oh yeah, why don't you try to implement that in this? Well, dude, there's a reason why people don't do that shit. Like, I feel like they don't really give a shit, like, what you want or whatever. They just want, like, to show, at least some teachers, right? They just want stuff to, like, show the school or, like, in the gallery or whatever, which is kind of lame. Or they want you to do what they did, or, it's kind of dumb. I did have one really good teacher that he was very into, like, whatever the student liked, like, he would get super hype with them and stuff. I like thought that was really cool. Yeah, I think it would be cool to teach. I know, like, jiu-jitsu is, well, I recently started jiu-jitsu, like, as I said, but I used to go a lot. I think I mentioned it in my videos, maybe, right? I used to go a lot and like white belts and stuff. Like, it's very cool because everybody always teaches, like, oh dude, can you teach me that move you did on me, like, whatever. Yeah, dude, for sure, of course. Like, who doesn't want to teach somebody something? Look there, it's so cool. But yeah, it's really gotten me into teaching because maybe you learn more, right, when you tell somebody, oh, this is this, like, it kind of goes over in your head, right? And it's cool, like, having someone understand stuff, and like you find different ways that are better at, like, getting through to people, or, oh, how does this person react to this? What kind of, maybe they react to this better, right? So you kind of have to maybe guess, how this person would like this better, or off what they do, or, make examples like, oh, do you just think about it like this, this. So I think that's, like, really cool. Teaching an art thing, I don't really know about that. I do like teaching, like, if a friend asks me, like, oh, dude, like, how would you do this or this? Like, that's cool, But I know, like, art classes and stuff, especially online art classes, are just been which have been kind of popular for obvious reasons, are, like, crazy expensive, dude. But again, like, it's a professional artist, It's just it's a little funny because you have regular art teachers teaching at universities that the classes, who knows how expensive, dude. Mine, I don't know how much mine is. It's definitely less than 2,000 because it's not like a crazy art school. But at the art school, it's like 36,000 a year, dude. Like, that is insane. And I'd say a sculpting class with Simon Lee, and it was $550. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, this guy's like crazy amazing, like one of the best sculptors ever. And I don't know about that. I don't know about a lot of sculptors, but I think he's really good. And he's charging $550, right, for a 6-week, 5-week class. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, though, holy shit, we're almost done. I would like this to have more dark areas, and also I don't know if to shade her hair or not. Maybe here. And one thing I don't want to do is keep working on this, working. Like, nah, dude, we gotta finish and that's it. Like, the next day, do another one that's better, you know? Which is something I don't really like about oil and acrylic painting, you know? That's why I like watercolor way more, because, you know, you can just keep painting and working on a painting and like, alright, bro, congrats, you know? Like, well, rather in watercolor, I think I've talked about this before on the channel. In watercolor, right, it's, you need to be a really good drawer, because you can, like, a bad drawing is not going to make a good painting, but you can fix your drawing as you go, right? Especially in oil, because in oil, you know, you don't even draw with a pencil or a charcoal. You could draw a charcoal, but you usually draw with a paint right off the bat and then fix it, right? With acrylic, you know, you can keep fixing it or this or that. Like oil, you have the drawing. Sorry, watercolor, you have the drawing, and whatever you put down, like, it's there forever. There's no painting over it. There's no wiping it away, right? Like there is in oil or in acrylic, right? So I think watercolor, you know, is always like, oh, it's kind of like the pussy paint or whatever, which in a way it is the pussy paint, because it's given to like little kids, not messy, right? Clean up, nothing. There's no clean. Literally puts stuff in water, it goes away, you know. And it's not even like, I'm pretty sure if you get it on your clothes, it can be washed away. I think, maybe. I would not want to try it though. I would not want to experiment. Here's a very crucial thing that I actually almost ended the video without going over, is this part. That's a lot of shading down here, which somehow I didn't really realize. What am I talking about? Yeah, there's no cleanup, nothing. But yeah, to be good at oil though, sorry. Oh yeah, and there's barely any color mixing. There is though, because look, there is color mixing, but it's a little different. There's like another aspect that comes into it, which is the amount of water you have. So there's like how opaque your brushstroke is, how much pigment versus how much water, right? And there's also, let's say I want to get light blue, right? I can either take my blue, right, and put a bunch of water in it, I'll make it really light, or I can mix white in there, right? Now, one of them is going to be more effective in the beginning of the painting. So let's say I just started painting, I wanted to take this whole figure and, you know, give a little light blue wash. I just take the blue and put some water in there, and like I'm done. But if I was, let's say, in the middle of a painting, right, that light blue is going to be like pretty much nothing. It's not even going to make a difference in the painting. depending on how much water, how much you've drawn, like how many strokes and stuff. So I'm gonna want to mix some light blue in there, or I'm gonna want to mix some white in there, right? Maybe put some more, and also like complementary colors are a big thing, right? Let's say you have green, but it's a little too green. Like maybe put some violet in there, or put some cool red in there, right? To make it more brown. And how do I want the green to be a little cooler brown, a little warmer brown? Well, that's when you choose your colors. That's why there's so many why there's so many like tablets in the watercolor set, right? So yeah. Let's see, what can I fix in here real quick? Yeah, I wanted to do the watercolor thing I told you about. Or what the fuck am I saying, dude? I wanted to do the texture thing I told you about. So basically, I'm gonna take one of these pens that are really worn out. And I don't know, maybe see, this is kind of risking it, but the practice is done. We already did the practice. Now this is like the experimental practice, which might be good, it might be bad, but it doesn't matter, like we learned. Don't want to overlap too much. This pen's a little worn out, maybe this side. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Alright, well, let's actually shade the hair in because I don't really like how it looks white. Well, it looks fine white, but let's just see how it looks dark. I will give the hair a little bit of a quicker thing, right? Not sure this is the best move, but just a sketchbook drawing. Or if we mess up, like how would we fix it, Also, the arm is here. We'll put that all black. Oh, actually, her whole body's there, but it's lit up. Oh shit. Anyways. And yeah, now this might have to be shaded a bit because it's kind of covered with black hair instead of white. Yeah, that's another thing. That's why it's a good thing to learn or to know, like, what the reflective, or where the light's coming from and stuff, is like the color of the hair or whatever can change, like the you know, where the light is or where there's more light or less light. Her ears, you know, should be there, but the reference is kind of behind there, but I ended up making her face a little bit too much to one side, so I just kind of yeah, so she looks definitely not that good, to be honest, dude. It's cool though, because now I've been kind of like, you know, just a drawing, right? And now we kind of need more shading and stuff to make it look normal. Not normal, but a little more balanced with the black hair thing. So we need this one. Oh, where's my shading one? Here it is. So this needs to be, there we go. Kind of mixing it with the background. This right here. I think we're gonna fix that a little bit. Some shading that we missed right there. There's like a little plane going this way, right? And then we have the cheeks going down like that, and then this goes like lower like that, but I don't know if that made sense. It didn't make sense to me. Or I know what I was explaining, but I don't think I explained it well. Okay. So now we're gonna take this, and here's where we can kind of like make it a little, I know, a little background thing. No problem. This one's a little one out, so I might want to change to a new one. But I'm gonna slightly go over the parts that are too light so they can match with the middle one I did. Okay. Let's see if this is too light. And it's cool to like layer things. That way it's not like some flat thing on the back. Even though it's not 3D, it's like kind of a 2D things behind each other, right? There we go. Now we're back here. There we go. Now, maybe we can have something coming like this, right? See how this marker is. This one's perfect, actually. It's kind of worn out, but not that much. Whoa, did I say not worn out? I think I've done something similar to this in another drawing. All good if it goes out of the page. Actually, it's the stuff you draw first will kind of be in the front. So if you work from the back, or from the front to the back, right, front, farther back, you can kind of plan like that, or you can kind of leave spots open to let stuff cross in front of them, and then when you're done, you can fill it in like if it was intentional. So okay, so yeah, basically what I'm trying to do is balance out the black hair, because it's a big, like, it's a really big distraction or a really big eyesore when it's just such a focus on it. Now, everything in the body likes a little, like there's not really much stuff going on, so one of the places, which is fine, right, because that's how bodies are, but this is like, want to put attention here or there, like fill in stuff, or I just put stuff that's interesting. I don't know, I think the legs like a little plain, so once we're done with these circles, we're gonna make some changes. No shading or anything, just some design choices, like some stuff we're doing now. Obviously a little more subtle when it comes to the body, because I don't mind doing this at all, because this kind of wears out the marker, which is what you want. I mean, to do shading, stuff like this, Okay, so we could go like this. That one came out a little weird. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think part of the coolness of it is that it's like very like chilled, like it's very like loose, I guess, like kind of some gym off food stuff, which is kind of where I got this kind of thing from. trace these. Right, I think that, I don't know what makes them look good when you trace them, but or when you do like a little loose line around them. I just think it makes them look good or better than what they are. This pen is almost out of juice. Sometimes for these guys, you gotta give them like a little recharge time. And we probably won't get the same line quality that we got from them today. Or, as you can see, like I'm getting thicker lines when I rotate the pen as I'm drawing. You see right there. Looks a little empty, but we don't want to put too much stuff in there. So let's test out, is this our loose pen? Yep. Alright. So we got these little marks down here. Right. I should probably do some more of this stuff so the next time I, do one of these, it's a little more, there's a little more variation. Like I think on the last one, or the last couple times I've done these automatic drawings, I've kind of done similar things, so it'd be cool to switch it up. Now we're gonna do, say maybe one here. There we go. And I think we're good, maybe some stuff like this. That's cool. So I'm just kind of like making a circle shape, only doing it kind of halfway and having the full part away from the circle. So it is currently 7 minutes till 1 p.m. I ate at, I think, 11, so I should be eating again, and I'm not like on a meal plan or anything. I'm just like trying to make myself full all the time, so I'm not like hungry like I was before. I used to be really lazy to cook, but now it's like not kind of fun. Last night when I cooked the salmon, I used to watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay. Like I had a huge Gordon Ramsay binge, at least a week where I'd watch all this stuff or a bunch of stuff from Gordon Ramsay. Alright, so thinking we do a big old circle right here. See, this is like more balanced, you feel me? Like the hair isn't as bad now. Maybe these things should have been black or a little darker, but yeah, he did this thing where it wasn't salmon, it was some tuna salad patty, right? Yeah. Whoops. And he was like, oh, well, make sure you know when you, or he didn't say it like that, but he was like, oh, like put them in counterclockwise or clockwise so you know when to turn them, when to flip them over, right? So like they all get the same cook time. I'm like, oh shit, taking these little salmon things that I cut. I put them counterclockwise, you know. Then I saw another video of some other dude saying like, oh, when you cook salmon, you know, start with oil, finish with butter. I'm like, oh, did that, right? And then I got like the spoon, and I like took the spoon from the, what the hell am I saying, dude? I took the butter, right, and the oil mix with the spoon and poured it on the salmon, right, as they were cooking. So that was pretty awesome. Yeah, I did that. So basically, we're gonna finish up like this. Thinking about putting a dark line here, but I don't know if that's a good move. And the cool part is that, I guess I already said this, but it's like I'm really not messing up, you know, like it could be wobbly, it could be this, it could be that. It's really up to you, you know. Yeah, I'm so excited to go back to jiu-jitsu tonight. I mean, I was surprised how much stamina I had last night. Like, well, probably because I've been eating good the last 2 days. When I went in November back, I was freaking destroyed. Like, I couldn't even handle a little warm-up roll with my friend before class. But yeah, I don't eat any more snacks, and I would like to keep it that way forever. Like, that's just, you know. Yeah, I developed this thing over eating so much sugar and garbage that my stomach just hurts a lot whenever I eat stuff like that. You know, like sugar or ice cream especially, dude. My stomach gets destroyed over ice cream. And yeah, it's probably for the best, man, because not only is it bad for you, not only do you feel shitty, but now your stomach hurts a lot when you eat it, or mine, right? So it's like another reason not to mess with that shit. Yeah, I went skating the other day, probably to get a little bit of a warm up. Not yesterday, the day before that. I used to skate a lot, like not skating, skateboarding. Like, yeah, it is a skateboard, but I don't like do any tricks or anything. Like, I just kind of do it for fun, I guess. I'm taking forever on this thing, dude. This should be a quick little thing, but it's taking me, you know, forever. Just remember what line you do it on. So I mean, it could be whatever you want, really. But is this the worn out marker? Nope. Good thing I didn't use it. I think this is the worn out one. Yeah, I have like a paper up here where I test it. I'd like to do some stuff down here, maybe, oh shit, I'd have to repeat everything going down. That would kind of, mess up the whole balance though. Don't know, maybe put a bigger shadow. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of a bigger shadow. And we'll call this one done. I don't really like that, so. The shadow kind of went over here, but it's alright. I think we're done. Yep, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty long video, almost an hour and 30 minutes, but actually, let's actually put her nails black. Maybe that'll like change the balance a little bit. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Song of the week is Everlong by Foo Fighters. Recently started listening to them again, and bands of their nature, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and stuff like that. Yeah, they came up with a new album. It's called Catching Birds or Watching Birds or some shit like that. Or one of the songs that I like is called that, which, yeah, that's the one I remembered. It's like more of a slow album, I guess. But yeah, it's still good, like content and stuff. Yeah, that's it. This is it. I will see you guys in the next video.